Because the show premiered here at Tribeca, and here we are at the 18th annual, and it's farewell to Mr. Robot. How's that feel?
Honestly, it's sad. This has been one of the greatest experiences of my life. It opened every door for me imaginable. I had somewhat of a career before this, but now it has evolved significantly, and I have to thank Sam Esmail for giving me this opportunity, and USA and UCP for taking a chance on such an unusual show that I think changed the way we look at television.
That was the first time, I think, for a television show premiering at a festival.
I remember when we first started this, and Tribeca was kind of like, a great home for the show because we're set in New York, and I love the film festival, and we had this sort of indie feel to the whole show that we really wanted represented, and so Tribeca was just a perfect place to launch the show.
I knew that it was something special, but I didn't know if everybody else would respond in the same way that we did. So it definitely was amazing to see people have the same passion for it as us. But I think we all kind of thought it was hopefully people like it, and we were all I hope it gets picked up for series, and just had no idea.
I think it was just ahead of its time. I think we all look at characters now who are disenfranchised, anti-heroes trying to do their best in the world and feel somewhat ostracized and alienated, and I don't think it was captured better than in the character of Elliot and Mr. Robot, as far as I had seen in the past. It's a bit eerie how often I think fiction perhaps inspires fact. Sometimes I read what's on the page and think, this isn't possible, and then sure enough, it occurs in the news. So I think it's a reciprocal thing, where sometimes it's factual, sometimes it's fictional, and they just overlap constantly on this show.
And it's crazy how things have overlapped, and I in a weird way, I always found that a little odd, because I don't want to, there's a lot of stuff that goes down on the show that I don't want to predict in our reality. But I just think that just says something about how we write the shows, that we really want to say something about what's going on in our current political times, and the fact that there is so much overlap, it's kind of a testament to that. I think the show speaks to a lot of current anxieties about the world and where we're at, and our relationship with technology, and all that encompasses. And I think with the brilliant actors that I have, the way they portray a lot of these characters really connect with a lot of people out there.
I mean, it was so original. It was something I've never read before. It was very honest and called out society and the world, and I think was really a topic that was ahead of its time with the hacking and everything in the world, and I just knew it was something special.
Will audiences be left satisfied, or what do you think?
I don't know if anyone's ever satisfied after a season finale, but I think this one, if you're not satisfied by this, I don't know. I think you have something in your head that you expect for this to end a certain way this is going to end, and I can't really speak to how people are going to feel. I myself don't know how I feel yet about it. It's going to be a sad way to part. How about that?
I think so. I mean, definitely a lot of questions are answered. I certainly felt very, very satisfied, and that this is a full story about a young man's journey, dealing with a lot of stuff that's going on in the world and a lot of stuff that's going on between his own ears. So I think a lot of that gets addressed. It's of course sad and great at the same time, because this has been a remarkable experience and a lot of fun and emotionally powerful. So as thrilled as I am with the writing and what Sam Esmail has been able to do, and working with these guys, it's just been great. So it's great and bittersweet.
But it is really cool to see, where it started and where it is now, and to bring it all full circle.